Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Create a Life You Love. If you're new here, I'm Kavita and I hope you all are well. Today's video is about my recent trip to Prague, and I have made two videos on this, part 1 and part 2. So I had a holiday for 4 days and I saw all those things which I wanted to see in Prague. So I want to share my experience with you all. So please stay tuned till the end and please check out my other videos as well. I have also made a video on Copenhagen. If you've not checked that out, please do go check that out. That is also in part 1 and part. If you like this video, please do like, comment in the comment section below, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will be a big help and I'll be motivated to make more such videos. And so stay tuned. Let's jump into it. I took a Jet2 flight from the Leeds Bradford airport on the 7th of April for Prague, and we took off around 7:15 in the morning. So it was a 2-hour and 20-minute flight. Weather was okay. It was cold but not raining. And I took one small backpack and one large backpack. Both were allowed on board. So not more than 10 kg each for the cabin. I didn't have to pay extra for the cabin. I met my friend Katrina at the airport. She was waiting for me in the arrival lounge. So I reached around 10:30. From there, we went to the train station and kept our luggage in the left luggage. It's very, very cheap there. And we could keep your luggage for 24 hours there. Then we were very close to the main city part, the Wenceslas Square. So we decided to leave the luggage and go to Wenceslas Square. At Wenceslas Square, we saw the National Museum and statue of Saint Wenceslas, had a coffee there, and the main train station in Prague is huge. There is a historical part to the building inside. And there are a lot of shops, a lot of restaurants and eating places in the station. And their left luggage system is really good. So you have all these lockers and you can just pay for 24 hours and keep your luggage there and roam around because the city is not too far from the station. So that's what we did. We put our luggage in the lockers and then we started walking towards the city. Wenceslas Square is not very far from the train station. So National Museum in Prague, which is at the top of the Wenceslas Square, it's the oldest and the largest museum in the country. This museum is open from Monday to Sunday between 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Next to this building of National Museum, they have made a new building of National Museum as well. It's right next to this old building, but it has got a more modern architecture. So this National Museum holds a lot of areas of natural history, arts, music, librarianship, and sometimes they also hold some events going on in Prague. Then there's a statue of Saint Wenceslas in the center of the square. So there was a Easter market at the Old Town Square here and at the Wenceslas Square. It's the biggest market in Prague. And sometimes there's live music going on there. There are a lot of there's a market which offers a lot of treats like Easter goods, painted eggs, flowers, whips, embroidered clothes, wooden toys, and they also have a lot of food stalls there. Um, So we ate a potato tornado in this market and it was so tasty. Of course, it's deep fried and then there's salt and chili powder on top of it. It was delicious. Um, Palladium is one of the largest shopping malls in central Prague. It is on the Republic Square opposite the municipal house. It's a few minutes walk from the Old Town Square and the Wenceslas Square. It's very modern and multi-level. There are about 200 shops, cafes, ATMs, pharmacy, and um, eating places like food courts and lot of brands. Um, the astronomical clock in Prague is quite famous, and everybody wants to go and see that. So it's placed on one of the walls of the old town hall in the old town square, and it's got a astronomical dial, which represents the sun and moon position in the sky, and There are four figures flanking the clock. They are set in motion 1 hour and represent the four things that were despised at the time of the clock making. This clock has special mechanisms and dials to display the astronomical information such as relative positions of the sun, moon, zodiac, constellations, and sometimes some planets. So when the clock strikes the hour, like from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. every hour, the procession of the 12 apostles set in motion. Bohemian glass, also referred to as Bohemia crystal, is quite famous in Prague. Then we went to one of these eating places for lunch to have original Czech food. We had potato dumplings. I think there were stuffed potato dumplings with some cabbage by the side. And then we also ate schnitzel. It's the breaded chicken and a potato salad. It was delicious. We really enjoyed the food. After the old town square, we took a tram to go to the TV tower. It is about 210 meters tall, and we are allowed to go up to 93 meters. We could see the entire city from the top there. It was just spectacular. All the buildings look so colorful and great views. The Vtava River originates in the Samawa, which is a Bohemian forest mountain range in the South Bohemia near the border of Germany. It runs all the way across the middle of Bohemia from south to north. It's a beautiful river with a lot of beautiful bridges, and along the banks of the river, there are some restaurants where you can dine. The views are stunning. Another attraction in Prague is the dancing house that was commissioned by the Czech National Bank in 1992 and was completed in 1996. It was designed by the architects. I can't say their names, but stands out amongst all the historical buildings in Prague. And it was a symbol of Prague's transformation from a communist state to a free society. This dancing house functions as offices and conference center. It also has a gallery with different exhibitions taking place there. There are restaurants which can be visited by the tourists. Next day, we went to the Petrin Hill on Uzhed Street. There, the first thing we saw while we started climbing was the memorial of victims of communism in the form of series of statues, and it's located at the base of the Petrin Hill. So there are 7 statues there, but each one is different. As you keep going up the steps, they are losing their body parts, the statues, and they represent the gradual physical and psychological degradation of life for those living in communist society. To get to the Petrin Tower and the summit of the Petrin Hill, you have to take a Petrin funicular railway, and it departs from the Uzhed Street in Lesser Town near Uzhed tram stop. Then we walked through some beautiful gardens, cherry blossom trees along the way, towards the Petrin Tower, which is one of the most prominent landmarks in Prague. And it was built as a part of the exhibition in 1891, inspired by the Eiffel Tower. Then we saw this Strahov monastery, which was founded in 1140. In this complex, there is a church and a library with some medieval manuscripts and maps and things like that. And the views from that place are beautiful. Then we started walking towards the Prague Castle. The roads here are, especially the walkways, are like cobbled pathways, and they are called cat's heads. They look different. Each walkway is different with different colored tiles. They look so beautiful. And as we were going down from the Petrin Hill, the views were stunning. We saw the Swedish Embassy, the Loretta, which is a church, and opposite a big building of Ministry of Health. All these buildings here are so spectacular and colored. Then we came to the square. That was there was a yellow building, and which is called the seat of the castle guard. Opposite that building was this Prague Castle. We also managed to go and see the change of guards which took place there. Prague Castle is basically it's a collection of many palaces, offices, courtyards, gardens, and churches. It covers approximately 110 acres of area. It was formerly the seat of the kings of Bohemia and is currently the official residence of the President of Czech Republic. And it lies within the historic center of Prague, the World Heritage Site. It is one of the oldest castles. There was this very grand Vitus Cathedral. I think it's St. Vitus Cathedral, which is the largest and the most important temple in Prague. Apart from other religious services, the coronation of the Czech kings and queens took place here. And it is also a place of burial for several saints and archbishops, and it was just stunning architecture. Then we saw the Schwarzenberg Palace, which is one of the most striking historical buildings in Prague. It is part of the Prague Castle, or it's in the castle. The architecture is again beautiful. It was built in the 1400s, and Schwarzenberg owned this palace the longest, from 1719 to 1947. Visherat's Visherat Cemetery. I can't even say it properly. It's next to the St. Peter Church. It's one of the most significant cemeteries in Prague. Over 600 famous people are buried here. They are artists, poets, scientists, actors, doctors, and politicians. If you like this video today, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and help me grow. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to check out my part 2 video on Prague and the Copenhagen videos. See you next time. Bye.